What's up, YouTube? It's Metal Cringe Lord, and I'm back with another video today. I'm gonna be showing you my music collection. By music collection, I mean cassettes, my CDs, and my vinyls. So yeah, without further ado, let's keep going. First thing is a gift from my girlfriend, High on Fire. Can't barely. There we go. High on Fire. Very good, very great record or cassette. Very great tape. Probably one of my next one is probably one of my favorite Slayer tapes, and it's Divine Intervention. I love this tape. I've always loved Divine Intervention. It's a great kick-ass album. Now, next one, getting into some stoner doom. We got Sleep, Dragonaut. This man, or yeah, Holy Mountain. Sorry, Holy Mountain. I just love Dragonaut. It's one of my favorite Dragonaut's one of my favorite songs, but probably my favorite stoner doom tape ever. Next one is just a old White Zombie. Believe this is a EP. I'm not sure. I haven't done a lot of research. I saw it in a record store and I thought it was cool. So yeah. Next one is a classic. It is Merciful Fate, Return of the Vampire. Great fucking album, man. I love Merciful Fate and I love King Diamond. And speaking of King Diamond, we got the Dark Sides, King Diamond. Another kick-ass album. More stoner doom. We have Bongzilla for obvious reasons. Uh, as much as I love Bongzilla instrumentally, the vocals on this track are kind of crappy, but like crappy in a good way, if that makes any sense. It's I love stoner doom, and it's great music, and I highly recommend Bongzilla to anyone out there watching. All right, here's a band called Corroded. It's a band or a local band for me. They're from Memphis, Tennessee area. Grindcore, and really, really good. I'm not a big grindcore fan, but I really do. I do enjoy this tape. I really do. I highly enjoy it. Um, Another classic. We got Death, Leprosy. I think Death is probably my favorite. Or no, Leprosy is probably my favorite Death album. So yeah, the best one in my opinion. You know, I know this one's probably gonna make me maybe seem like a poser, but it's Mayhem Death Crush. One of my favorite black metal records of all time, or albums of all time, is Death Crush. I just I love the raw sound of it, and yeah. Another black metal is Northern Chaos Gods by Immortal. That good shit. Yeah. All right, now moving on to CDs. First one up, a buddy of mine's band, uh, Dyer's Eve. Um, yes, like the Metallica song Dyer's Eve. But yeah, this this fucking album is awesome. I highly recommend you go find them. But yeah, they're they're really good. If you really like that Evanescence style music, I would highly suggest Dyer's Eve. It's not really my thing, but they do a really good job at it, so I can appreciate that. Next thing is Diabology, Father of Serpents, a great album and very underground band kind of, and yeah, go check them out. Go check out Diabology. All right, next few of these are in really bad condition because I got them at a antique store, and like one's falling apart in my hand right now. But the first one we got here was Slayer Repentless. When I tell you, it shocked me that I saw this in a little antique store in Millington, Tennessee. That yeah, hold up, give me a second now. Yeah. Drops out and does like drops out and does an inverted cross. But yeah. One also a really good another good Slayer album that I highly suggest. It's one of some of their newer stuff, so not a lot of people really care for it as much. But I really love it. Next thing, like, all of these are falling apart. You know, a live Iron Maiden CD. You know, let's just go with. I got this for $3. This for $3. Like they're all cheap as hell. So I was like, you know what? I'm buying all of them. Got some cool stuff in here. We got a Born Again by Black Sabbath. Not my favorite Black Sabbath record out or album, but I can appreciate it, and I do give it a listen sometimes. But yeah, this one really shocked me that I found, or yeah, it shocked that I found this one in a little old antique store. That it's Angel Corpse. I believe this one is of Lucifer and Lightning. Yeah, yeah. Great record though. Really, really, I do suggest this one. I love me some Black and Death metal. Some of my favorite bands are like I really love Belphegor. Love Belphegor. I like Behemoth, or at least the older Behemoth stuff. Yeah, I love all that shit. Yeah, you get this brutal fucking CD right there. Yeah, highly suggest Angel Corpse. Love them. Okay, I'm not a big fan of this artist right here. I think he's kind of corny, but I saw this and I was like, you know what, I might as well get it. And this is "Get Your Gun" by Marilyn Manson. Not a big Marilyn Manson fan. Not much to say about it. It's cheap, and you know why not? Another one that was $3. Um, Obviously we got Slayer, Divine Intervention again, but this time on CD, and another one for $3. Yeah, it was good. It was a bunch of good deals that day. Alright. Another one. This album has a lot of importance to me because this was one of the first metal albums that I ever fell in love with, and actually one of the first CDs I ever had, and it is Metallica and Justice for All. It's a really old CD. There we go. Metallica and Justice for All. In my opinion, the best Metallica album, just because of the intensity of it, and also it was just their last album where they were a thrash band. But yeah, I love this CD, and I will always love this CD. Yeah. Anyways, now we're get on to the records. All right. Okay. My This is probably my favorite record that I have. It's also my favorite Pantera record, and it's Far Beyond Driven. I fucking love 5 Minutes Alone. I love Becoming. I love Slaughtered. I think this is where they were their heaviest, personally, but that's just me. And so yeah, highly recommend this record. Next one, another very important record to me is Motorhead, Ace of Spades. Lemmy Kilmister was the first bassist that I thought was just a complete badass, and he made me want to play bass. So this one time when I was a freshman in high school, I think I played Ace of Spades on bass at a talent show. But yeah, really really love this record and highly recommend anyone to go check it out if you've never heard it. But I'm sure most of y'all have heard it. Oof, another really really important one to me. My dad was the one that really got me into metal, and his favorite band. He really liked to play like Black Sabbath, Metallica, Rage Against the Machine. But yeah, this band always stuck out to me too, and it was Tool. And this is his favorite album, and it's probably one of my favorite Tool albums, just because it was before they were more metal based almost, instead of getting all you know weird. I guess I mean they're still weird, obviously, but it's Undertow. Yeah. Well, I think it was their first record. I'm not sure. I'm not that big of a Tool fan, or I don't know that much about them. I just love their music and highly recommend Undertow. All right, this band right here is a local band from Memphis, Tennessee, and it's a punk band. And I'm not a big punk fan, but this one is very important to the underground scene in Memphis, Tennessee, and it is Retards, Grown Up, Fucked Up. A great record. And I'm not a punk guy, but it's still very, it has very, some really good music on it, to be honest. Perfect soundtrack for an anarchist. Yeah. Alright, next one Rage Against the Machine. Obvious reasons. A just great record. Highly recommend anything by Rage Against the Machine. Well, I like Rage Against the Machines, but they're not my favorite. It's just I feel they're I don't even know what to say. It's more of what my dad listens to, but I have a lot of good memories listening. That's it. I have a lot of good memories listening to Rage Against the Machine. Not really on the whole political, or not really as political as them, obviously, but yeah, still great music. Another one. This isn't really metal nor is it punk, but it's grunge, and I think it is. I strongly think that this is the greatest grunge album of all time, and it is Dirt, Alice in Chains. Because I mean, Alice in Chains for a grunge band, they're genuinely heavy. You can't deny it. The just the riff from Them Bones is relatively heavy for a grunge song. So yeah, love Alice in Chains. Ramones, you know, because they're a classic band and they kick ass. So yeah. Metallica, Master of Puppets, another just classic record. Um, was definitely the first band that I fell in love with, first metal band at least, and yeah, always loved some Metallica, or at least old Metallica, none of that new shit. Anyways, Motorhead, Kiss of Death. Um, the first Motorhead song I ever heard was God Was Never on Your Side, and it's off of Kiss of Death. And which is, God Was Never on Your Side. It's not really a lot of people's first one unless you watch like Supernatural or something. But this is a great record, and I think it gets overlooked a lot of the time because it's newer Motorhead. But rest in peace, Lemmy. I went through a punk phase, and I think everyone loves some Misfits. I love Misfits. I still do. I'm not a big punk, but I do love Misfits. I think their stuff's catchy. I love horror punk. I love the way everything looks. Also, I know they stole their logo out of a movie, but it is a cool logo. You can't deny that. Okay. Classic. You know, I have a poster right there. You can't really see it, but oh well. It's Slayer, Show No Mercy, a classic, just classic thrash record. This is Slayer's. I think Slayer's the best thrash metal band out there. I think they just kick ass and everything. The only thing I think is their downside is Kerry King's guitar solo get out of hand sometime. But other than that, they are just everything is just so amazing, just brutal as shit, dude. It's crazy. Yeah, great record. Highly recommend. All right. Ah man, a really another important record for my childhood. Stuff my dad always played, and it is Black Sabbath, Paranoid. By far the most important. In my opinion, this is the most important album for metal history because this was just revolutionary. Like some of the songs in here are still kind of heavy for what they are today, or for how long they've been around. Like Hand of Doom, that bass line's just groovy as hell, cool as hell, and yeah, highly recommend Paranoid. If you, I mean, most of you have probably heard it, but if you haven't heard this album, you should hop on that because What are you doing with your life? All right, here's one I got at a store here in Memphis called Garner Records. It's a Toxic Holocaust, Chemistry of Consciousness. A phenomenal record. I love it. It is a. I don't know much about Toxic Holocaust, but I think they're kind of a thrashy or like a speed metal kind of thing. I think thrash, or at least blackened thrash, or something like that. I don't really listen to a lot of thrash. I'm more of a, I'm more into like Deicide or Cannibal Corpse, but I still really do. I do love this. I love Toxic Holocaust, but yeah, I highly recommend some Toxic Holocaust. All right. My second favorite Pantera record is Vulgar Display of Power. I love, I love Far Beyond Driven more than this, but I still love this record. Pantera was another big band that got me into, or that like I got into when I was loving or starting to love metal more or appreciate music more in general. But yeah, like a new level. That riff is just insane, and I think it is. I think it's a split, or like Slaughtered, I think, is their heaviest song, but I think A New Level is like their second heaviest. Or no, Suicide. Never mind. I'd have to. That's a whole other conversation for another day. This is a Lords of Altamont. See, I was in Oxford, Mississippi, and I saw this in a little record store. I never heard of them before, and it was at a time when I was listening to a lot of Stoner Doom, kinda, and this was just in the Stoner Doom section. I listened to them, and it sounds more kind of like Queens of the Stone Age almost. I mean, it's not bad at all. It's catchy, but it's cool. Oh, this is my girlfriend's. She left here because we were at the same. She got it when I got the Lords of Altamont record, but yeah, it's the Breeders. Not really my thing. It's her record. She just left it over here, but yeah. This is my last thing. And I remember how I said Tool was a very important part of my childhood. Yeah, this is Tool's Fear Inoculum. It's a special edition. It's a booklet. Yeah, I don't really know how to show y'all this, but it's a special edition. I don't know. I got it as a gift from my uncle who wanted it somehow. I don't even remember how he won it. But yeah. I kind of like. I thought Fear Inoculum was a great album. Well, y'all let me know what y'all think about that. I know it's been a minute since it came out, but I don't know. Some people hate on it, but also that again, a lot of people hate on Tool. So I don't know. But yeah, that's basically it. That's my music collection, and yeah, it'll definitely get bigger in the next couple of months. It's just it's kind of small right now. So yeah, see y'all next time.